Happy Monday, guys. What's up? Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt. To follow me on Twitter. This podcast being brought to you by our great friends at BetMGM with that first bet offer, the $1,000 first bet offer for new users with the code JUICE at sign up at BetMGM.com. Okay, I'm in a weird spot. And I don't want to anger some of you because not all of you are in the Discord channel. But I can't stress it enough as to, especially on days like Saturday and Sunday, when there are games and things happening all day. And if I have the time, and this weekend I had the time, I'll hang inside the Discord channel. And I'll give you guys what I'm betting. And you'll see it. I mean, yesterday, every game went over, I believe, except for the two bets I made official. Vegas over, Bruins over, Bruins puck line, Vegas puck line. I had a good day yesterday. And in the Discord channel, we were making live bets because betting on the NCAA tournament right now is insanity. I told you I was going to bet minus 4.5 with Gonzaga. I did. But I also bet plus 8.5 in game and told you guys bet plus 8.5. So while the world is crying right now over the last second three, I was down the juice. I lost barely anything on that. Now, it would have been great to win them both. I was in line to middle it and hit both. But Michigan State, we were all in on that. We had both sides on money line on Marquette in Michigan State. Getting Michigan State plus 1.5. Getting Marquette money line plus 130. Getting Michigan State money line plus 125. I did that the whole day. Now, on the St. Mary's, the only game that burned me, I did that with St. Mary's, and that burned me with UConn winning the game by 15. But in-game betting, if you're going to take a position in-game during this tournament, you have to be betting in-game. Like, it's just a requirement. You've got to be trying to make sure that you aren't going to get burned on a shot like that, like the Gonzaga ending, which was horrific and awful on both sides. The foul right with 0.7 to go, I was like, you kidding me? They're calling a foul there? Oh my. And then the ball rolling. How much time does it take to pick up a basketball, gather, and shoot? 0.7? I don't know. It felt like that was a long time to me to get the basketball up and hoist it and have the thing go in, but whatever. It counted. So, game falls 3, 4, 4.5, 5, all go down, but I had plus 8.5. So it comes in. So, taking money line plus on both sides, you have to be doing that. Taking the biggest plus you can get from a point perspective, you have to be doing that. And you're getting both sides. These games are looking like NBA games right now in terms of your ability to bet these things in-game. It's incredible. The lines are so sharp, but the volatility is so high. You've got to be betting in-game. So I did that the whole tournament. I did very well this weekend doing that. And, hockey... The two bets I lost were the two bets that were official. Now, does that help me in the record? No. Could it help you guys with leans that I give during the podcast? As like, hey, I was on Creighton +1. That hit, right? Okay, so I got that right. It's bizarre. I got the 2-unit hit 2 days ago, right? We came in with that hockey bet. I bet 2 units. I didn't make it official. I bet 1. But I bet 2, and some of you guys hammered it. And you guys, we got that Vegas streak at 15-1. So it's just a weird, my job is to give you guys what I'm playing. The whole official record thing, everybody wants to track everybody, right? Everyone wants to know what everyone's betting in this space because people aren't transparent. And it sucks because the liars and the charlatans of the world create the situation where you have to be declaring all this, what's official and what is not. And then the Twitter morons come at you and be like, yeah, you gave out those plays, huh? Right. Well, yeah, dude, listen to the podcast last night and you'll hear everything that I said about the Bruins and Vegas and the goaltending. Bruins got there by themselves, 7-0. So did the Vegas Golden Knights. They scored 7-1. It's insanity. Those are walk to the counter, easy W, puck line, easy W overs to come in with both those bets. So I was cashing tickets and cashing plays like that, but then I was betting in-game like crazy. And so I can't make all those bets official. I can just tell you what I'm playing. And sometimes I'm making bets and I'm not even telling you guys. I don't have time. So the role of me as the Pied Piper of this community. There was a tweet that went viral in the sports betting Twitter space a couple days ago about, is there a sports gambling betting community? And I sure as hell hope there is one, because I want to be a part of it. And I hope you guys feel a part of it, because I thank you guys every single day for listening. It's incredible to see the numbers of people who are listening and watching this podcast every day. It's awesome. And I'm so thankful to be able to be back and get to do this stuff. So, you guys are awesome. You guys are super supportive. Sure, there's some dinks in the world, but whatever. That's just the people want to be, people. Like, I don't know. They get off on that. But fine. The vast majority of people are having a good time and enjoying it and understanding that bad things happen and ups and downs are going to happen. So, officially, I think I went 9-15 last week. So I think I gave back 6 units. So officially we got hit hard, but that's not what happened to the vast majority of you guys. The vast majority of you who are in the Discord channel, who either played the leans or listened and followed and did whatever you guys want. You guys made money yesterday. I made money yesterday, even though officially we were down over 3 units. So it's just the tricky nature of this podcast, because we bet overnight. And so the vast majority of people bet an hour before the game goes off. That's just a fact. So here I am betting overnight, but I do it too. I see picks and plays throughout the day, and I do my other show, and I see things or I hear things, and I go, I like that, and I bet that, and I bet this. So, I try to give you guys as much information as possible, but the idea of betting plus money line on both sides, so it doesn't matter who wins, that concept's not new. But for a lot of you who are new to betting, that concept is new. I'm just taking from what I have been fortunate to learn from really sharp and smart people over the years and trying to help you guys out with it. So it's kind of a long-winded explanation as to what's happening right now. Bottom line is I went 0-3 yesterday officially. It was brutal. And Pitt got worked. That was a frustrating game to watch from a Pitt perspective. Xavier whipped them. And then, man, 2-1 Vancouver. Are you kidding me? 2-1? What? So here we are. We'll keep going. New week. We start firing here. But if you're not in the Discord channel, man, get in the Discord channel. bettingpros.com/chat. Link underneath me here on YouTube. Be a part of it. I've said it 1,000 times. People still come and ask me, what's the Discord channel link? Okay. Come on in. All free. All very easy to be a part of. Equally easy to be a part of is to win a 1 year for free of Betting Pros Premium. The upgrade's available to you guys right now. I have my first bet today from the Betting Pros Premium app. The cheat sheets for the NBA is going to be utilized today. If you want to be a part of this, it's very easy to be a part of this. Subscribe to the Betting Pros YouTube channel. Comment underneath this video. When you do, you could be selected to win a free upgrade to Betting Pros Premium. Whether you're looking for exclusive picks, top-rated player props, or customer analysis of your betting performance, Betting Pros Premium has tools to help you cash more bets. It's that simple. Don't want to wait till the giveaway. Sign up today at bettingpros.com/upgrade and start betting smarter, not harder. Okay, so I hope that you guys are watching or listening this early. On the West Coast in particular. I have a college basketball bet in the CBI. Yes. I have an NHL parlay that I want to give you. We're going back to an oldie but a goodie. And I have an NBA player prop. It's a Monday. It's a new week. I want to cleanse the palate a little bit. I want to do something unique. We've been watching college basketball. We've been betting in NHL. I want to get into a couple some unique bets here to kind of get into it. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm going to start with the game that tips off at noon in the CBI between Indiana State and Eastern Kentucky. All right, before we go, what the hell is the CBI? It's the College Basketball Invitational. They're playing it in Florida. The whole thing's being played at one site, no travel, okay? They're giving the players money. They're playing for money. Now, they're claiming this is all inside of the name, image, and likeness rule, but these kids are playing for money. This has never happened, at least in my mind, at least in my experience. I'm 45. I've never seen this. The kids are playing for money. Legitimately, I believe they're getting paid for winning this tournament. First place, I think it's $50,000. Second place is $25,000 and whatnot. But they're getting paid to win a college basketball tournament. Cash, the players. Unbelievable. I got to do more diving and digging into this, but this is crazy. Quarterfinals are on a thing called Flow Sports. I mean, I know Flow is a company that's been doing a lot of streaming for combat sports, but Flow Hoops, I guess it's called, is the channel that they're running, that they'll have it. Tomorrow, the semifinals are on ESPN2, so they'll have mainstream TV for the semifinals and the finals, but the quarters, they have streaming only. Noon Eastern time tip. Lines 5.5, okay? I know I've talked about not laying points, but this is a very lowly bet tournament, and I think these lines are going to be a little bit softer than they should be. Indiana State is 36th in the country for adjusted tempo. Eastern Kentucky is 43rd, but the total is 153 because KenPom has it at 158 as a projection, but these games have been kind of weird. They're like one team's games are going under, the other team's games are going way over. What happens in this one? Well, Eastern Kentucky was down early, had to go to overtime, and they outscored their opponent 17-1 in overtime to win their game and cover. Game went over. Indiana State's game went under. They were laying 11 points. They didn't cover. They only won by 5 to get here. However, three-point shooting is a monster part of the offense for Indiana State. And having one game under their belt, I think is really significant. Indiana State's offense is a top 100 efficient offense, and they're 5th in the nation for effective field goal percentage. Not great for Eastern Kentucky. I'm saying Carolina. Eastern Kentucky. Sorry. I think I'm calling Eastern Carolina. Sorry. Eastern Kentucky. Their defense is 116th for effective field goal percentage defense. Their overall efficiency defensively is 137. Indiana State's 94. On the flip side, EKU's offense is 197th for efficiency. Indiana State's defense is 130. Effective field goal percentage, Eastern Kentucky is 301st. They take bad shots all over the place. They just chuck the ball up there. 69th defense, effective field goal percentage for Indiana State. I think that combined with the fact that we have EKU's defense on the 3 is 161st. That's not great. Top 100 three-point shooting team in Indiana State, and they take the vast majority of their shots from behind the arc. They jack threes like crazy. 38% of their total points come from behind the three-point line. They look to jack shots. They're second in the nation in two-point percentage as well. When they do go inside, they're highly effective. 58.6 is second best in the country. They hit their free throws on top of that. Eastern Kentucky does not. They're 341st in free throw percentage. That matters in late game situations when we're talking about a line at 5.5. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to lay the 5.5 points. 1.1 units down. Indiana State, Eastern Kentucky, noon start, CBI. Probably can't watch it. Bet it and forget it and come back, and hopefully we've cashed it here for 1.1 units. With the Sycamores advancing to the semifinals of the CBI. Bet number 2. Okay, here's one thing. You guys like the leans I've been giving you guys, all right? I need to see the goalie confirmation for the Oilers and the Sharks. If it's Reimer, is it Reimer or Reimer? He's got all controversy around him. He didn't want to go through warm-ups because of Pride Night and blah, blah, blah. A ton of stuff's going on him. Not relevant for the bet. But he's been pretty good on the road. He's given up 3 goals in the last 2 games on the road. He has a goals against average of 3 on the road. Sharks are on the road. You might go, wait, the Sharks are giving up goals like crazy. Well, they kind of are. They're 17-17-1 to the over on the road, but they're 7-3 to the under over their last 10. While Edmonton is the number 1 team at home, or sorry, now it's number 3. Number 3 team at home to an over, 21-10-4. They're just 5-4-1 to the over, and the total is 7. Decent shot, we get an under. A decent shot, it's like a 5-1 final, and we go under 7. So if it's going to be Reimer, if he's in net, I may make that official. Okay, I may come back and say, okay, 7. I've already bet it, but I want to wait. Okay, and I have under 7. I want to see how the whole thing shakes out. It may come down to 6.5. I don't know, but right now, overnight, that's a lean that might get turned into an actual confirmation for an official play if the game has the goaltenders that I'm thinking, Skinner against Reimer. If that's what happens, check in the Discord channel. Again, why you need to be in the Discord channel. I will also, by the way, if we get a really slow start and the total drops down to 5.5, I will 100% try to middle that and try to get to 6. So If it goes to 5.5 at any point during the game, I am 100% firing on the over, trying to get a middle, have it land 6, and have a 4-2 final, and then we wind up cashing both bets. So 100% I'm playing. That's why I'm betting 7 first, trying to middle it and hit both bets for the Sharks and the Oilers. What I am going to bet, though, is an oldie but a goodie. Going back to the first period gifts. Yesterday, gifts were on fire. I mean, it was like the first 4 games, all of them had goals in the first 10 minutes. Edmonton and Colorado are both playing, and Edmonton and Colorado both have a 7. They have 7. You can bet 2 ways, I guess. Edmonton and Colorado over 1.5 goals for both teams has hit now 7 straight games for both teams. Okay? So I'm jumping in with that. They are also, Colorado is 13-0. Last 13 straight games, they've had a goal scored in the first 10 minutes. 13-0. Edmonton is 16-3 to a goal being scored in the first 10 minutes. Edmonton's total is 7, like we talked about. And Colorado, which is a team that I think we have to really pay attention to now, they're getting healthy and they're really playing well. They're taking on the Blackhawks at home. Okay, now the total is 6, which is a little bit scary, but given that Colorado has scored so aggressively and so fast, them getting the jump at home is probably pretty likely. If they give up a goal early, we're fine there too. It's a plus 150 parlay. I'm putting a full unit down on this. I'm going to ride the streak. 16-3 to the yes, Edmonton, goal in the first 10 minutes. 13-0, Colorado to the yes. It's a minus 160 plus a minus 185 bet at DraftKings. The plus 150 parlay. Sharks, Oilers, gift, yes. Blackhawks, Avalanche, gift, yes. 1 unit, 1 plus 150 bet. You can also double down on this and take the over in the first period. Do the same thing if you would like. Let me see. Actually, I didn't look at that yet as to what that pays at DraftKings. I bet that somewhere else. If you bet that at DraftKings for over in the first period, it's minus 140 in the Blackhawks and the Avalanche. And the Sharks and the Oilers in the first period, it's minus 180. That's a plus 166 parlay. So there you go. I mean, because you got to get 2 goals, not 1. But again, these teams are both 7 straight games to the over 1.5 goals for Avalanche and Oilers. You can do both. But officially, we're just doing the goal in the first 10 minutes. Gift, goal, plus 150, 1 unit on that here in hockey. Now, to the NBA. Welcome back to the NBA player prop betting for us here. The prop bet cheat sheet has been something I've been watching. We're going to dip our toe here, okay? As the NCAA tournament starts to peter out, we'll start to elevate and bet more NBA. We'll start betting some NBA player props. The prop bet cheat sheet located on Betting Pros Premium, this is where I get this bet, okay? This is the number 1 bet going into, and overnight it changes. Okay, the thing about the algorithm, I learned this through my last iteration, and I'm not sure if the tech has changed much. It may have, but going into the game overnight, oftentimes these numbers move. Okay, so the number 1 bet sometimes isn't the number 1 bet. So I have to like it for me to bet it, regardless of whether or not the app likes it or not. But this is the number 1 bet. They are projecting this to have a 77% cover probability for Quentin Grimes to go over. They're using 11.5 for points, assists, and rebounds up against Minnesota, okay? Points, assists, and rebounds. This is a player who is averaging 9.8 points per game, 1.8 rebounds per game, and 1.7 assists per game over his last 10. He's a shooting guard, okay? The fear factor for me is that the assist number is all kind of out of whack and wonky, okay? First, he had 1 assist last night against Denver, no assists against Portland, 1 assist for the Lakers. I kind of want to eliminate the assist number, and I kind of want to just focus in a little bit just on points and rebounds. You can play this kind of any way you want, because this is going to be a very narrow slice, okay? I'm thinking we're going to come down to like one or two different opportunities. But points and rebounds at DraftKings is available, and it's set at 10.5, okay? The app is using assists, points, assists, and rebounds, setting it at 11.5. They're projecting 15.6, okay? It's minus 110 on both sides. I don't have access, and I can't find it. They say it's at Caesars, but I looked at it, and Caesars William Hill, at least here in Vegas, Caesars William Hill does not have their props up as of yet. Other problem with betting overnight is that the props aren't posted all that often. Luckily, the Knicks played last night, so we do have an opportunity to bet this because DraftKings has their props up. Points plus rebounds for Quentin Grimes is 10.5. I'm going to bet a half a unit on this. Over 10.5. Bet enough to win a half unit back, so 0.6, 0.6 units, or 0.55 rather, 0.55 units on this. He scored 9 points last night, scored 4 points against the Portland Trailblazers. He scored on the road trip. He didn't score very much. He had 19 against Sacramento in a loss. But like most players, they score better at home. So last home games for Quentin Grimes, 9, 12 points against Charlotte, 22 against Brooklyn, 5 against Boston, 9 against New Orleans. If he scores 10 points, we're going to hit this, okay? We need 10 points out of Quentin Grimes. He's taking anywhere between, 3 to 10 shots a night, somewhere in that range. And we need him just to play. He's playing about 20 to 25 minutes. He's played up to 35 minutes in games recently, but need him to play at least 25 minutes tonight here for us to get this. If he does, we should get this. Like, against Brooklyn, they scored 142 points, and he was 8 for 12 shooting, 6 of 9 from behind the three-point line. Good thing is that last night he was 3 for 5 from behind the arc. Hopefully that can translate over. They are in a back-to-back, but hopefully he'll get some shooting opportunities here against the Timberwolves, who aren't that great. Half a unit, minus 110, Quentin Grimes, over 10.5 points and rebounds. Hopefully he just gets the points out of the way and the rebounds don't matter. His rebound numbers have been all out of whack and wonky. He can go anywhere from 0 to 4, basically, is what he's had in the last month. So we got to figure out where we're going with that. But plus points plus rebounds, minus 110, over 10.5 for Quentin Grimes of the New York Knicks tonight against the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right? 3 bets for you guys, 2.5, 2.6 units or so in play, 2.65 units in play here for us tonight. We are going with the Indiana State Sycamores, laying 5.5 points against Eastern Kentucky in the CBI. Gift parlay, Edmonton, Colorado, plus 150, 1 unit on that, goal in the first 10 minutes. And we're going prop bet, Quentin Grimes, over 10.5 points plus rebounds at minus 110, half a unit being bet on that. Different kind of Monday. Let's have some fun. I'll talk to you guys in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to get into it. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's Daily Juice Podcast being brought to you by BetMGM.